Johnny.
All I see is that. So that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
It's supposed to be the voice over here, isn't it? No? Nothing. We haven't started yet.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Yep, I can hear you. I just had my volume down.
All right.
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Can you see us, Brett?
Yes, I can see you both. Yep.
Okay. All right, I think you're all set.
Okay. Hey, so Brett,
Yeah.
how about the carts? We're gonna get them moved up to the tunnels?
We have to go look at it first.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now Jeff Hall, he has the sailboats up there, you know, he runs a sailing program.
Yep.
He's got a key to that place, my next door neighbor, so maybe I'll catch you. I gotta go out of town Friday, so
Well,
I like-
just grab the key from him then, and we'll go. And then give it to me, and I'll go up and look.
Because Tony said it would be all right, right? I mean,
Yeah, he said. Yeah, he goes. Just figure it out.
I wonder if we have to talk to the superintendent of public works or anything to have them guys up.
Technically, probably not supposed to.
Yeah.
Like because of my insurance on the carts, they're supposed to be at One Willow Road.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But if that
mean,
place gets locked, if anything would happen to them up there,
Yeah.
be an issue.
So you got 20 new ones, right? You want to put what, a dozen up there or something?
Yeah, like 10, half.
Yeah.
But if not, it's not a big deal if we can't. Not a big deal. I'll go put a bunch of them up by the shop up there.
Yeah. All right.
We'll just get the kids to clean them off again in the spring.
How's the memberships going?
One every couple days they coming in from the regulars.
Yeah, I'll drop a check down tomorrow to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up a sign soon, and that way everybody knows that the memberships are done December 1st. So I'm sure whoever plays over the winter will get theirs in.
Yeah. So last year's membership doesn't cover December?
Nope. Yeah, it's gonna go from the day you purchase it, around this time of year until, December 1st next year.
Okay.
Because we're gonna change the rates to the winter rates, the cheaper rates next week, so.
All right.
Yeah, it's just an added bonus if you get the membership early that you can play in the winter for nothing. And I talked to the guy from over at Gannon today.
What's that?
The guy from Gannon who brings all the guys over in the winter
Oh, yeah.
today. They're coming back, but they're still able to play over there until Christmas, and then they're closing.
Yeah. They're putting an irrigation system up there too.
Yep. Yep. So they'll be back, and he said they even got a few more guys this year because they had a few more guys retire. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he works in the pro shop over there too. John.
Oh,
His
Which
name's
one?
John. I forget his last name.
John. I'm not sure which.
They have so many leagues over there.
Oh, yeah. What's his name? The guy who runs it, he's involved with 3 leagues, I think.
The guy that runs your league?
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? Rick?
Rick, yeah. Got
We'll
the
see.
white hair.
Yeah. Rick Comfort.
Ricky Comfort, hockey player, ex-hockey player.
High Life, Mr. High Life.
Yeah. He played at BU. He's good guy.
Yeah, we'll see if his crew comes
You got
back.
one of those, you still got one of those trophies down there, the 22 club trophy.
Yeah, the one Mark Simpson and Otani won.
Yeah. Really, yeah. So that's a nice spiral staircase. Is that a spiral stair? Yeah.
That's awful. We hate it.
I smack my shoulder every time I go up it.
Yeah.
It's on the to-do list to fix that.
Now you guys live in where, Lynn?
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, it's like this old barn. It's always something to do on it, you know?
Mm-hmm. You got the login info for Belleville and Cisco. John needs it tomorrow morning.
Sure.
You have a lot of receipts missing from both of those.
We should get in the love.
Oh,
Look,
Pay a few more for that.
That's why she wants to see it.
Everybody,
how you doing?
good and yourself?
Huzzy's gone, huh? Your neighbor? Luke?
Who?
I saw Luke on there now. His next door neighbor, Dave Huzzy.
Oh, Huzzy. I don't think he's still here, is he?
No, he left for Florida.
I thought. I didn't see him as much this year. Where the hell is everyone else?
That's why I double checked to make sure this thing was still going on, because I didn't see too many replies to that email.
Oh.
Nice to see your other office there, Luke.
Yeah. Yep. If I'm not one Kelly's, I'm in this room.
There you are.
Well, who originally didn't Jimmy originally organize?
Jimmy and Peter.
Peter's still doing it.
think at least they join. I saw, right before the sun went down, it looked like a dump truck was dumping some stuff, by the tee box. That's nice little.
Yep, Derek Peterson is doing some excavating somewhere in there, huh? I don't even know where. And I said, I'll take it,
Awesome.
save him some money and save me some money.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish it was a lot colder or the ground was more frozen, then we could bring some of the trucks out to some other places on the course, but that'll do for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess he's got a lot of it. I don't even know what they're doing.
He must be taking some. He's working on Willow Road there, that big house on Willow Road. I don't know.
Oh, you saw him? Well, I know he was over there.
Yeah, he's been over there for a while.
Yeah,
I
but he
think
already
this is-
did that. It's gotta be somewhere else,
Yeah, he's almost done over there, I think.
unless he's secretly building a bunker below it.
I would if I could.
That house just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mhm. Do we know the people who are doing it? Who live there?
Lamundo's. Well,
The Lamundo?
actually, it's not Lamundo. It's Kristen Lamundo and her husband. I don't remember. I don't know her married name.
Gentlemen, can you guys hear me? And lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where are you guys?
Basement office
Gotcha.
bunker.
Johnny, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Peter?
Doing all right, thanks. We're just waiting for Jimmy, I think.
How's Florida?
It was very nice. Played golf today.
That's nice.
Yeah,
You down by what? St. Pete?
I'm in Punta Gorda, so it's about an hour north of Naples.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, there you are.
Yeah, I thought it was on there. Joanne is not gonna be here. Eddie Peterson, I have no idea. Once Jimmy gets on, we should be able to go,
All right.
because that'll be 4 of us, and that makes a quorum. So I don't know if, well, yeah, that was dumb. Don't mind me. Brett sent me some stuff. I didn't get a chance to forward. I'll forward it right now. I don't know if you guys can multitask and get that, but
Sure.
Jimmy was supposed to join. He's the one who,
He sent us the email. Link.
yeah, I couldn't do it from my cell phone at the time. Is it cold up north?
Yeah. Supposed to be real cold tonight. Going
Yep.
down probably in the 20s.
Oof. I don't feel bad.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to get down south.
I'm gonna give Jimmy a text. Maybe he forgot or something. I don't know.
That was the glass.
No, that's the glass washer.
Oh, shit.
Just move to Friday and see if there's any discounts.
You guys doing it? Do the turkey, whatever you guys call it, turkey shoot?
That was Saturday, I guess. I didn't play in it, Sunday. They played that, yeah.
Well, we can just start it. We can't vote on anything unfortunately until Jimmy gets here.
Yeah.
But we can start the meeting at 6:08. It's been so long since we've done this. I don't even remember how. I didn't get a chance to type up any minutes. So we don't have to review any minutes. I'll ask if anybody remembers or has any specific old business. Probably not. 'Cause it's all new.
It's been a while, so.
Yeah. Okay, so just a couple of things I can mention before we get into. I know there's some capital improvements that Brett wants to talk about, but we're gonna probably want to vote on it. So let's see if
Jimmy tunes in.
yeah, if he tunes in. So as you guys know, I'm in the process of moving to Florida, so I've been trying to figure out what to do, and I just didn't want to leave everybody high and dry. So I talked with Jimmy O, and on tonight's meeting, Jimmy just said he's trying to join. So I'm going to resign as the chair tonight. I just can't do it from here. But I am willing to stay on the committee as long as you guys want me to be on the committee to help out in any way that I can. And, you know, since there's Zoom meetings still, and I will go back and forth a little bit, I don't have a problem doing that. That's up to you guys. What's his name? Tony has given 3 names of people that are potential candidates to be on the committee. One of the things he wants us to talk about is how many people do we want on the committee? Because right now it says 15 in the town bylaw or from a town meeting. And the way that works technically is if you have a 15-member committee, you need 8 to have a quorum. And we don't, well, we're never going to have 8.
Yeah.
So I think every committee's been doing it wrong because technically, even though we only have, we have 6 people, so we say 4 is a quorum. Well, that's not the way it works. It's supposed to be 8. So there, it looks like Jimmy just joined. Jim, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Sorry about that.
No worries. So we really just started, Jim. I asked everybody if there was any old business and we all laughed because we haven't had a meeting and nobody can remember and it's all new. So I was just talking about the, so I'm going to resign as chair tonight. And so we have to figure out what we're going to do with that. I know there's some noise in the background. So Tony, I did talk with Tony. He has 3 people that potentially will be committee members, and we just need to figure out how many we want. So again, just to reiterate, I'll stay on as long as you guys want, or I can, get off whenever.
I would like you'd stay,
Yeah, I have, I'll stay as long as I can. I can't do the chair because sometimes you have to go to town hall and it's just not fair to everybody. So,
Yeah,
but I have no problem, doing whatever I can remotely.
what's the minimum can we have on, I think,
I think 7 is what,
seven
Yeah.
minimum, so I think we should go with 7. I mean, and
Luke
10,
or
11.
Jimmy, do you have a,
7 seems to be the magic number. I mean, it's easiest to manage for quorums, et cetera.
Yeah,
I know Tony was talking about, I mean, right now the statute is 7 to 15. He's trying to stabilize it at 7, I believe.
yeah, he just wanted our input on that. So,
yeah,
all right. So I will take the action until it's not something that we have to vote on. But I'll just tell Tony that we kind of had a consensus that 7 people will work.
yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, so I will share, he shared with me 3 names of people and he didn't tell me not to tell anybody. So he had 3, I think he sent out a message through Max or somebody, but so the 3 people that expressed interest, Scott McCarthy was one. Who was the other one, Jim? I told you, I don't
Mark's-
remember.
Mark Simpson,
Mark Simpson, yep. And then
Yeah.
Eric something or other, who's apparently a younger guy and is an attorney.
yeah.
Eric Green, yep.
Yeah, so those are
Mark is an abutter to the golf course, and his wife plays there. She's in all the leagues. He's, I play with him Thursday night.
Yeah, he's solid. I like Mark.
a solid guy, retired American
Retired
Airlines
pilot.
pilot,
Yep.
good guy.
Got time in his hands.
Yeah,
Makes him a great candidate. He'd be easier to schedule.
yeah. So
And he's an active golf.
yeah.
Yeah.
in all.
So we
Thursday
have,
night.
so let's see, we have 6 now. And, I'm not sure. I think we have to talk to Eddie and find out if he wants to be on or not. There was enough emails that went around. I don't chase people to come to these meetings. And if he doesn't want to participate or come, then he can resign. The other thing that we could do too is if if these people are interested and they're decent, I can get off of the committee, but still attend all the meetings and act as, I don't know, I think they call it ex officio or something stupid like that, just so we can have people that can actually vote. So that's an option, but we don't have to decide that right now.
With that in
With
mind,
Peter.
excuse me, with that in mind, we might want to have a little flexibility in the number of participants. With say 7 or maybe 7 to 9, some flexibility built in, I don't know.
The problem, I think, Jim, is that if you have 9, then you need 5.
Then if you have 8, you need 5.
If you have 8, you need 5. You have 7, you need 4. But if you say you have 7 and you only have 5, then you need 4, if that makes sense. Because you're supposed to have whatever the committee number is, you're supposed to have that many people to get a quorum. So I think that's why 7's a good number. So anyway, we'll go with 7. Tony has to make the appointments and we'll see what he comes up with. All right.
Yeah,
So
shouldn't the committee sponsor a couple of people and let Tony make, Tony's gonna make the decision, but shouldn't we have more say in it?
no, maybe we should, but we don't. They're appointed by either Dave Conlon or Tony Barletta. We don't really have any say. So we don't have any official say. How's that?
Yeah.
We probably have lots of unofficial say. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, every time somebody has ever been on Matt, you can imagine how much trouble we had to get you on the committee ledge. So I'll talk to Tony. We'll let him figure that out. Okay. So to make this official, I am officially resigning as the chair. I will act as the chair tonight and do the, I'll take the notes tonight. But we need to figure out moving forward who will be the chair. And I don't have a problem helping out in any way and kind of acting as a pseudo chair, but I just, like I said, I'm not there. So if, you know, somebody has to run to the town hall or something like that, or inspect the course, it's not me. So I don't know if anybody wants to make a motion on who the new chair can be or would be.
Nominate Jimmy.
I second that nomination with the caveat that we limit it to 1 year. Unless Jimmy wants it to be longer than 1 year, but I think from talking with him, he may want to limit it to 1 year. Jim, do you accept that nomination?
For
Did he
1
talk-
year. Yeah, I'll do it for 1 year.
Okay. And Jim, as you and I kind of chatted, I'll, you know, I'm not going to just dump everything. I'll help you out. All right. So bye, guys. No, just kidding.
That would be awful.
All right. Congratulations. Oh, I suppose we have to vote. All those in favor of Jimmy O'Connor being the chair for 1 year. Since it's a Zoom meeting, you have to go state your name and your vote. So
Luke, I.
John,
Done.
aye.
Pete Fitzpatrick, aye. Jim, you gonna vote for yourself?
Do I have to?
You cannot, you can abstain.
I'll abstain for now.
Okay. So we'll say you still got it. 1, 2, 3 votes for and 1 abstaining. All right, so let's get into capital improvements. So I think I just emailed them out. I don't know if everybody got them.
Did.
I could probably share them if we need to, or if everybody's looking at them on their own. Brett, you want to talk about what's going on?
I just made a basic list with some very rough numbers. There was only 2 that I really wanted to talk about because those are ones that I'd already started or completed this year. The first one was the treatment of the moss on the putting green surfaces. Started that in the spring, continued it through the summer, and I'm still in the program. It's going to continue probably through next year. And then we'll see what happens if we have to, you know, keep putting down the chemical to control it. It seems like we might have to do that considering how wet the course stays on a very consistent basis. I know maybe I haven't been there for too many years, but obviously this year from July forward, I mean, there was a lot of moisture in the ground for very long extended periods of time. And with that, the moss does a lot better than the grass. So that was the one thing that I would like possibly to get voted on to recoup some money for this year. And then the other one was the remodel that we did in late spring, early summer of the snack shack to make it food safe, etc.
So I'm trying to share this, but I'm having,
You were sharing it.
was I sharing the right thing though?
Yeah,
Oh. Capital improvements there. Share. Can you see the capital improvements now?
You got it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Okay, so what you have in bold here, moss
Yep.
treatments.
Yep.
And 28, 38, 32. So to explain it to me again, the 38, 32 is,
So that would be the total for this year and next year. So split it in half, the 1916 for this year, and then you can wait and vote on it again for next year or whatever, but that's how it comes out to be per
Okay.
year.
so there's 2 things. So I know typically, as you know, we don't, let you do things and then approve them, but given the situation, we have a meeting, I have no problem doing that as long as we all approve it. So we should separate these things and approve things that are already done. And then we can approve proposed capital improvements. And then you do them as you see fit and tell us. We just
Yep.
can't pay you 38, 32 because you've only
No, I know,
done
that's why I broke it in
1916.
half.
Yeah.
'Cause what's-
Is that the,
yeah,
Brett,
The 19.
is that the chemicals and the labor?
No, I don't have any labor on there.
Okay,
Are you
Let's go.
planning to have labor on there?
No, because it's, when I make the treatment, it's not like an extra application. I can put it in with my other applications at the same time, so it's not really anything extra.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
So I make a motion to approve 1916 reimbursement for the moss treatment.
Seconded.
And if you haven't been on the greens in a while, it's actually working a lot better than I thought. So that's
Yeah,
good. That's good.
Any further discussion on the motion?
No, I think that's, yeah,
Doing a great
Okay.
job.
doing a
All
great job.
those- All those in favor signify by saying aye and state your
Aye.
names.
Aye, John Lombard.
Pete
Aye.
Fitzpatrick, aye. Luke, you did it. Jimmy?
Aye.
Okay. So what the way this works, Brett and Rhiannon, is I send an email to Tony. Or I'll do it this time, and then Jimmy will do it moving forward, but he'll send an email to Tony saying that we approved 1916, and then you can work with, deduct that from your rent.
And I have receipts for all these things if you need them to give to them.
I guess that's a good point. Well, no, we have this. I don't need a receipt. The only
Okay.
thing I need is if you can, what you have written here in bold, just put it in, change it a little bit
So it's just for one.
for
Yep.
1 year, sign it, and then
Okay.
email it to me.
Okay,
All right? Just sign it and date it, backdate it. That's fine.
okay.
Okay, anything else for stuff that you've already done that you're looking for reimbursement on?
Yeah, it's, if you scroll down, it's the other one that should be in bold. Yep.
Snack Shack. Okay, you guys can all see that, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that came out good. Yeah.
So everybody remember that the new contract is a little different. We never used to include renovations to the building before and capital improvements. We kind of limited to the course. So now we don't have to approve it, but we can approve things for the building. Anybody have any more questions on that, or does anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve that.
I second it.
Second, okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by aye and state your name.
Aye, John.
Aye, Luke.
Aye, Jim.
Pete Fitzpatrick, aye. So unanimous. So on that same letter, Brett, you don't need two. You can send me one letter with both
Okay.
of these things.
You got it.
Do me a favor, though. Don't say electric work 300, labor 2175. Just write the description and then the total.
Oh, don't separate them, just put the total.
Yeah, I think it's cleaner. Somebody might ask a question if you submit.
Well, like I said, I got all individual receipts for every number on here, so.
Yeah, I understand. And if we ever needed them, we certainly, we could certainly ask for those, but I think it's just
Okay.
cleaner if you just put one
Okay,
number there. Okay. Anything else that is
already
Money
done now.
already done?
Nope.
Okay.
Everything else would be future work. And if there was one thing that I'd probably like to get approved before some of the other ones would be the whole tree situation, the pruning, the safety, the removal and stump removal and things like that. I think that's right below the moss treatment one.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that would be bringing in a company to remove the stump that's behind 7 Green. There's one they cut down on 3 last year that there's still a stump there. And then the one behind 3T buried in, in all that brush, that one's still there too.
Right.
Historically, how much of as the town, this isn't really a question to you, Brett, or maybe, but how much does this as a town typically do? I know they do some stuff.
If a tree came down and it was in the way of play and things like that, they would usually send their team over, or they actually hire some tree service for the town, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen them around a couple times.
Shouldn't the town pay for that?
Well, the last time I talked to Zach over there, I've talked to him a few times about it, but mainly it's that they have a certain budget for the town and they have a lot of other situations that are with residential housing and around along roads and power lines that were more important than the golf course. That's what I heard last.
Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't say no. He just said that they're lower on the priority.
Basically, yeah.
I think we have to talk to Tony on that one.
We gotta raise the priority. I mean, there's a tree guy in the works for the town. I mean, you look around all those weeping willows are half dead,
Yep,
and it's a safety issue.
exactly. And it's always
Um,
windy there, so you never know when one of those things can come down.
Yeah,
I mean,
I,
there's a huge one next to the 3rd green right now. It gotta be almost a foot in diameter that's lying next to the green. And if someone was there, so I don't know, maybe looking forward, we should try to get the tree guy, whoever that is, involved in one of our meetings to see if he can do anything for us.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to get them in, after the new year, January, February, when it's nice and frozen out there. You can bring the truck and the crane and take care
so
of it.
the tree guy for Nahant is that he's an arborist, I guess you call it. He's not the guy that cuts the trees down. He's just a citizen that, somebody says, is this a good tree or a bad tree? That's kind of all that. It's Mark Carboni. I'm sure he would
Yeah.
come to a meeting, but he isn't the guy that is going to say, go do. That would be Tony.
Yeah,
Oh,
you need
understood.
Tony to give Zach the go-ahead to call them to come, and then Zach will show them what to do. That's how it'll work.
Yeah.
I
I think
understand, but if he, excuse me, Pete, but if he came and said there's a safety issue and it legitimately so, I think it might raise the issue a little bit.
I agree. I just don't, you could drive around and there's probably lots of safety issues around the town.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of trees that need to be taken down.
Yep.
But I think we as the committee, somebody on the committee should talk to Tony and there's two things,
Well,
right? I don't know
yeah,
if you can quantify which ones are, safety and which ones are, stump removal is obviously not a safety
Sure.
issue.
Well, yeah, we can separate the two for sure.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, this year is going to run out. There's no way I have enough time to book to, finish out the 25K, for the year. So if we need to hire a tree company and use up some of that money for that, I have no problem doing that.
Well, I think, unless Tony has changed his tune, we can carry the money over. Not that we don't necessarily want to, but I think we could certainly do that.
Well, that would
And-
be great if we could do that. I just
Yeah.
didn't think we could.
If it's a safety issue, then we need to alert the town and let them know it's a safety issue. And then if they don't do anything about it, that's, somewhat on them. If they're willing,
I could talk to Tony on those trees, and you point the ones out you want to take down, and you want to take them down in January, February, right?
Right.
all right,
Yeah.
so John will give you that action to talk to Tony about that.
All right.
I guess it's a general conversation with him is, what's the story and who's responsible for trees, both from a safety aspect and from a removal of stump, course aesthetic.
Yeah, there's probably
aspect.
six full trees that would probably have to get taken down,
Yeah.
with the big bucket and all that.
Yep.
And the other ones
Now,
would be.
Where the arborist comes in, I think is, okay, once we or you say, I want to remove that tree, then he comes down, I think, and he blesses it and says,
Perfect.
yes, we should move it or whatever.
6 or 7 trees, January, February.
Yep.
All right.
And then I guess as a committee, I don't know if, I mean, I would love the town to pay it. I'd rather have us spend $12,000 on something else just on removing trees.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My
Agreed.
personal opinion.
Yeah, me
Agreed.
too.
So why don't we, well, you want to do it in January, February, so we have a little time. So let's talk to Tony, see what he says, and then we can talk about it at our next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Peter, this is another deal. We talked to Tony on, Brett's got 20 new golf carts and we're gonna store them, 10 or 12 of them up in the tunnels where the sailboats are.
Yeah.
You know, the kids sailboats, and get them out of the weather, you know? So Tony said to, go ahead on that. So we're gonna get the key to that place and go up and take a look at it. We might have to move a few things around, but we should be able to get the carts up there, get them out of the weather for the winter.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
Brett, what else? So continue on your,
Yeah,
Well, I can just go through a few of them just to give a brief description. The one at the top, that's just redoing the whole front of the building, putting a new paved car path there, some new planting material. That was a verbal quote I got from a company back in the middle of the summer. I'm sure if we get at the same company or another company, I would be pretty close to that, just for the front of the building, and that was it. I know I got another quote from Atlantic Paving, which does work for the town, to do a little bit more paving around where I keep the golf carts, and that number seemed really, really high. So wasn't really planning on spending that right away.
yeah, that's
Uh,
another thing, that's
yeah.
another issue we gotta talk to Tony on, because they're gonna be doing the roads in Nahant, paving the roads. And we just gotta figure out how much asphalt we need to get out the back, Because that whole back needs to be torn up and fixed.
Yeah, the whole back is a whole separate thing. Yeah.
I mean, it's not on the sheet here, but
What are you suggesting, Johnny, that we would be able to leverage some of the town's work?
yeah, I mean, they always, we could talk to Tony and we figure out how much asphalt we need to do that job and maybe, get a truckload of asphalt to do what we need done down there. I mean, it's, it's not a hot property. I mean, it's a good thing, he's got the garden club in here. I mean, recommend what flowers we need and stuff in front of the building and,
Yeah,
fix it up, fix
I
it
don't,
up
not that I don't, not that I disagree, but when you say it is town property, whether the town writes a check or whether Brett doesn't write him a check for the rent,
Yeah.
it's a wash. And the reason we have the capital improvements is because sometimes it's a pain in the backside for Tony to be able to do things. So I don't disagree with you. Some of the, yes, if we can get the town to do these things, then that's more money we have, but we
Yeah,
can't
to put
expect them
into
to
the
do
course.
everything. That's all.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I'm sure they
um,
wanna, participate.
is this the path? Is this the cart path that goes like right in front of the building? Is that what you're,
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to me, I hate that.
I know.
This looks, it's like such an eyesore. You walk into you guys have a really nice place on the inside, but you gotta walk like
Through dust. and
through
everything.
the ghetto to get there.
Basically,
So,
yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
For safety, it's better with, driving in the carts in the parking lot, somebody backing out or something.
Well, I think that's why I was told they originally put it in.
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay.
That is true. Yep. Okay, keep going.
And then some of the other stuff on the list farther down, pretty self-explanatory, just a few little drainage projects. some new sand for the bunkers, some more cart path work that needs to be done on 5. I mean, there's a lot of cart path work that could be done in a lot of places, but I feel like 5 actually has or had a cart path there, and it's one of the worst ones right now. I mean, that number would be for a nice paved one, for a company to come in and do that all the way from basically around the tee all the way up past the green.
Will they let you, I know, this is kind of a dumb question because they don't technically let us do anything, but would they let you put asphalt there?
I have no idea.
I don't believe so because it's a lowlands. So you
Yeah.
gotta do it with crushed rock and stuff like that. I don't think you can put tar on the
Then
carpet.
then that number would probably increase for that.
Really?
To
Believe it
do
or not.
gravel instead of tar?
Because because of the way that there's water there, you'd have to put in extensive drainage on one side to get it up to the other side. Otherwise, the cart path would only last a couple years.
I would
Why
think
would-
a paved
why would-
It's no,
a paved
it's no
path would last
problem
even
putting a
less.
stone in there, right?
It's just a lot more labor, a lot more labor.
Wouldn't you need the same number of ditches and drainage if you had a tar one?
No, because the water can just, if you set it right, the water will just wash right across the top of it.
Oh, I guess if you like turtle back it or something, then the water won't puddle in it.
Well, yeah, they would basically grade it, so everything that would be on the left side would drain to the cart path, over it, and then into the ditch on the right. But if you did that with crushed stone or whatever, if it's wet and people are driving through it, you would have the same potholes you have now in like a year or two, if not even quicker. It's just a low spot. But since you can't do, asphalt, it makes it very tricky.
Yeah, I don't know
You
if,
could raise it up like 6 to 8 inches, but then you would have water that just sits on the left side, and it would just be there, forever. Basically, that'd have no way to get across.
Right, because it wouldn't pass over into the
Yeah.
ditch.
To do it
Unless
right,
you install drainage.
you would have to have a drain basically going the whole length.
Right.
Which ultimately would be better if we did that.
Brett, these prices, you got prices on the 5,500 for the 7th tee, and I mean,
That's just using my experience. I've done a lot of construction projects from other golf courses.
yeah,
And these are like the 2 drainage ones. Those are numbers that if I did it myself, that's where some of the numbers come from. Working by myself, maybe have one guy part-time here and there, but
yeah.
so what I'm looking for when I look down these things is things that we can approve and then you can do them whenever you want. Right. And so, whichever one you feel like doing on a certain day. But a lot of these I'm struggling with because I don't think, like for instance, the cart path that we just talked about on 5. I mean, we have to ask if we can do tar. And then if we can't, then it's going to cost a whole heck of a lot more. So it's hard for me to say we could approve that right now.
Right.
I don't know what other people think.
I mean, I was
I
just
guess-
trying to just talk through it with myself and prioritize a list of things that I want to spend money on. And the biggest problems are being able to use carts when it's wet there and removing water from areas where carts can't get through when it's not a cart path. And I think
Right.
that is ultimately, besides the safety and the tree thing we talked about, is the number one concern. I mean, obviously there are tons of other stuff that, would look nice, new tee boxes, changing greens and a whole bunch of other things that we could do. But I think for the long, extended is definitely doing more cart path work and drainage work on the course as much as we can.
You think we should have the conservation lady come to one of our meetings and go over the whole deal with it?
Did I say I was resigning as chair and from the committee? Because
Yeah,
now I am.
yeah.
No, I mean, we don't,
No, I
Seems
don't,
like
my
they-
feeling on that is we bring those people in if we, my personal opinion is we bring them in if we need them. I
Yeah.
don't think we should invite anybody here until somebody, I mean, obviously, if we were gonna approve the drainage work on number 7, you couldn't just go start. We'd have to talk to Tony.
Yep.
And make sure that what we were doing, we had the appropriate permits if we needed them and whatnot. That's not a minor little thing that you can go out and do. And
Yeah.
if Tony says you need to talk to conservation, then we could do that.
Yeah,
That's the way I would play this.
I
Yeah,
think the
so-
big
so-
question that has to be answered is whether we can use tar or not. I mean, then go from there.
Yep.
That's for 5, right?
Ultimately, everywhere we would want to put a cart path, we would want to do it in, asphalt if we could. It just lasts so much longer.
Right. So let me ask this question, maybe it's naive. Is the list that's being shown right now, are you looking at approval for everything on here or I mean, obviously it's not everything. Is there, or maybe it is everything.
Well, everything on here I'd like to do, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
but I
it
mean,
really-
he's got a $40,000 thing here. So no, this isn't like,
I get it. I was about to get to the next stage, which is, okay, so we have only so much to spend. Have you already prioritized what your top ones are? I'm trying to make this efficient so that we can say yes to the ones we know we can say yes to, and then you can figure out which ones you need questions for and or just get whatever we can done here for you.
Yeah, the front of the building, the tree pruning safe thing we already talked about.
Smoke 'em up.
all right,
Yeah,
so I make a motion that we approve the capital improvement for the item
Paving of the
number 1,
walkway,
the
cartway?
paving of the walkway and the whole thing and the sod and the land and all that stuff.
Yep, the landscaping, yeah.
So $4,800.
I second,
That's an estimate. Obviously, you'd have to give us.
Yep,
I second that.
All right, any further discussion?
that sounds,
All those in favor, state your name and signify your vote.
Luke,
John, I,
Pete, aye.
Jim, I,
Okay,
the
So
next
I'm
one
gonna-
would be,
we'll
That's
call that
very-
one number 1. It's approved.
the next one's very simple. Finish the drainage work that I started this year on the right bunker on 1.
I make a motion to approve the $800 for the drainage work on number 1.
seconded.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by aye and state your name. Pete Fitzpatrick,
John,
aye.
Luke, aye.
Next one, nice and
Wait,
easy.
wait, I got one, Jimmy?
Jim O'Connor, I.
Okay. And I just wanna, we're gonna get ahead of myself. The first one was 4,800, right?
Yes,
The first
Okay.
one was 1,900.
No, right here, all this stuff here, 31 plus 1,900 was the one he's already completed.
That's what
I'm talking
okay,
about the first one that's not completed.
Okay,
we've approved.
And that's all this stuff here. Yeah.
Right.
And then the second one is all this $800 one here. Okay.
Yep.
What's number 3?
Nice and easy, just get a sand delivery and hauling it out to the bunkers and topping them off.
The only question I have on that one, and I can't remember this contract, I know the other contract, I think they were responsible for sand. So I just have to. If it's not in the contract, then I would approve it.
I don't remember, but I did definitely put sand in the bunkers when I first got here and he got money for it.
I think you're right. I think he didn't get paid because he bought it, but didn't put it in or something. And then at the end of his contract, he made you go rush and dump sand in the bunkers.
Yep.
Okay, so it's probably not in the contract. So with the caveat that as long as it's not in the contract, then I approve, that's all the bunkers?
That
Or
would- yeah.
all that needed?
That would be for all, they all needed now.
Okay, I make a motion that we, for 1,700.
That's 1,100 to purchase it and then 600 for your labor to put it in there?
Yep. It's just an estimate. I'll get you the,
No, I'm not questioning the numbers, Brett. I'm asking if the committee is allowed to approve Brett's labor to put the
Yeah.
sand down.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah, we, in the past, we've always
Absolutely.
allowed the leasing to do the labor aspect of it and charge
Awesome.
us versus
Awesome.
going to an outside service.
Awesome.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
again, when you submit it, it would just, the submittal will be, new sand in the bunkers, 1,700. Don't say labor this and labor that.
Yep.
So that's 1,700 for sand. So who did I make the motion? I think I did.
Seconded.
Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by aye and state your name. Keith
John, I-
Fitzpatrick, aye. John, aye. Go ahead.
Jim, I,
Luke?
Aye. Sorry, I got a message. I was just reading. It's blowing me away. Luke, aye.
Okay.
all right,
What
the
else
next
you got,
one,
Brett?
would be, so this, season I ended up finding some sprinklers that were on 6 fairway. I repaired 2 or 3 breaks in the pipes and eventually had enough pressure to pop up out of the ground where they were. So I should be able to find them again next year. And so they just need to be upgraded, modernized, replaced. I need a new valve there. So that would be for sometime next season.
How many sprinkler heads are we talking?
I think there's 12. And they're about 142 a piece, I think.
Are these the stainless steel ones or whatever they are?
Yep.
And that's that's the rest of them are that way, right?
Most of them, yes.
Yeah,
But
'cause
these,
we were-
the ones in the fairway are a little, they're one size up, so they throw a little farther.
Okay.
And maybe there's 8 of them.
I mean, we made an effort to replace all of them. We paid for it under the previous regime, and these are new ones, so I don't have a problem with that.
yeah, not the previous regime, none of them were on the fairway. They're all around the greens and maybe
And the
the,
tee boxes, yeah. Do we, six fairway. I mean, would you use them?
Well, that would be the plan, yeah. The only problem is it's only one fairway. The other fairways don't have anything.
Right.
Like I said, I mean, I wouldn't just put them in just to do it. I wouldn't put them in until I knew I was gonna, they would actually be useful, If the fairway is gonna have puddles of water on it like it did all the way this year, then I wouldn't attempt to do it yet. It'd be a
Yeah,
waste of time.
in past seasons, that fairway has been completely brown. So it's in need of some sprinkler.
all right. Somebody want to make a motion?
I make a motion to accept that.
Seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Luke,
Pete
Aye.
Fitzpatrick, aye. I think I heard everybody at the same time.
Jim O'Connor, aye.
And that's $2,200, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think we can't do the cart path one right now. I think we have
Yep.
to get some more information before we can improve that.
So the last one will be bringing in a truckload of construction mix, which golf courses use to put on the playing areas like tees and fairways. And you do it, get a big truckload in, store it up top, and just go, cart full by cart full and fill in some of these low areas, starting on 6. Probably starting up by the green and working my way back and trying to level off some of these low spots that hold all the water. Doing what I did before with using the aeration plugs from the greens works, but it only goes so far. So bringing in some extra material to level them off and divert the water into the ditches. We'll see if it works. It should work a little bit at least. And then, once those are there, then that's what the sprinklers will keep them growing.
Are we
So
better
I'm
off?
gonna change the numbers to do it by the truckload. So it would be 1,200 for the delivery and then 750 for 2 bags of seed. So it'd be 1,950 for just do it for 1 truckload.
Would we be better off before we approve that, seeing if we can do some work on the drainage?
Well, they would both need to be done. I mean,
Understood.
ultimately, it'd
But
be
if
nice
we-
at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how that works, but I hate to go buy a whole bunch of stuff and then it just, because we don't have good drainage, that it was a waste of time. That's my concern. I don't know if that's a valid concern, but
Well, I mean, all the areas that I filled on that really bad spot on 6 with the plugs stay mostly dry now. It's just the water moved to another low spot. So
Yeah.
we just got to keep doing it.
you're like that Affleck duck with, the hole in the boat here, you cover it, then there's another one here and you cover
Yeah,
it.
that's how it's going to work. And, at least, if we can get rid of, 30% of what it like now, I think it would just play a lot better.
When would you do that if we approve that one?
I mean, I can do that in the winter.
I'll make a motion to approve that one with subject to us first talking to Tony about whether we can approve the drainage work. Because I'd like to see them almost be done, like you said, in tandem.
Yeah.
If we can't do the drainage work for whatever reason, then sure, let's try this. But I think I'd like to find, because if we can do the drainage, I'd rather have you do the drainage work first and then put the fill in.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, for sure. That would be the correct order.
All right, so I'll reiterate the motion. I approve whatever, $3,500 plus or minus to do this work. Final approval upon our discussion with Tony about the drainage work.
I second it.
Any further discussion on the motion?
No.
All those in favor signify by stating saying aye and stating your name.
Hi, John.
I
Jim
live,
O'Connor, aye.
P Fitzpatrick, aye.
My phone is about at 2%, so I'm gonna have to leave this meeting.
Okay, so real quickly before you go, because I think we're kind of down to the end, we should get on the calendar right now for our next one. Just while we're all here. Somebody wants to propose it?
time for our next meeting.
Yeah,
Are we looking for 3 months out, or what's our hope? A month out?
well, I think we should do it a month because I'd like to be able to hopefully we get some discussion from Tony.
Yeah, we want to get those projects done in January, February.
Yeah, do it the second week of January.
That'll be fine.
All right, just pulling up a calendar here.
January
So-
10th
Yep.
is a Monday.
Okay, is that what 6 to 8, same time work?
That's fine.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, we can always change it if we have to.
Yeah, that gives me time to talk to Tony and see what we can do.
Okay. Is there anything else in, but while we have 1% of Jimmy left, although we didn't have much more than that when we started. I hope he's still here to hear that one. Is there anything else that we need to vote on? Because when Jimmy leaves, we can't vote.
I don't think so.
All right, is that a cat that you have?
Yep,
How does Archie deal with the cat?
Just terrorizes them.
yeah.
Perfect. Okay, Jimmy, did you drop off?
He
He's
did.
gone.
Okay, so is there anything else we want to talk about? I know you sent out,
The Golf Now numbers.
Oh, yeah, that was just a reference for future. We can use it as a base. Basically, this whole year.
Oh, so I was having a hard time reading it. What's the summary?
So basically, you just want to look at the first two columns that say net rounds, and then the next one would be percent difference in net rounds from previous years. So basically, it shows you that 2020 was absolutely insane for golf. I mean, some of the numbers are up like over 1,600% in some months.
And this is purely for Kelly's. This isn't related.
This one is just us. I do get some info from them on other, averages in the area. And we are, she said, on average, about 10 to 20% lower with Golf Now than other golf courses that use it around here. So I'm going to be working with them. I have a meeting with them in March to maybe do a little bit more promotion with Golf Now. And she suggested we do something with the pricing. It seems like a lot of people weren't booking because they were finding special deals elsewhere. So in a future meeting after I talk to them, obviously you guys have to approve all the pricing. So we might want to see if we're able to do some specials here and there, or, if that's not allowed, that's, a big topic for another meeting. But what you see it from 2021 is a lot of numbers that are, significantly lower than last year. I mean, granted, they should be lower than last year, but it just shows you how much the rain and the course being wet affected, non-members, basically people from, Revere, Lynn, Swampscott, Marblehead, driving to Nahant to play golf.
Yep.
We got a lot of phone calls from, people in the women's league calling up, how wet's the course? And that happens, every day. We got tons of phone calls. So if there was no carts or the course was wet, they, canceled usually. So that's all this is.
One reason to get the drainage.
Exactly.
Okay. So I want to make just a general comment in general about the entire golf course operation, the course, the maintenance, the restaurant. I'm extremely impressed. You guys have done a really incredible job in this, 11 months that you've been there. I just can't stress it enough. So on behalf of the committee and the town, we thank you guys for that. I know you guys are there morning, noon, and night. And, I know Brett's got a couple of black eyes from some young lady hitting him.
Me.
I might be talking about you, Rhiannon. And then
Below the neck so no one can see the bruises.
yes, there you go. Perfect. I don't know. It's really working. I hope it's successful for you guys. I hope you're, making some money, and obviously is anything we can do to help. We don't, contracts are written for when things start to get ugly and you're not doing your job, and then we'll use the contract. That's kind of what they're there for.
Mhm.
But as long as things are going great, then we're here to support you as much as we can.
Thank you.
So,
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
yep.
Yep, so what
I
we
am-
need is, we need to push Tony, we need to get those permits so we can do some drainage, do it ourselves.
Yeah,
Trying to rely on the state and trying to take the cheap way out or the free way out.
yeah.
Doesn't, it just in a timely fashion is not gonna work. We need to get our own permits, I think.
I agree. If we can, I think
Yeah.
we should, Yeah.
I mean, I know, I talked to him briefly about it. He says it's a pain in the ass. And that's why he said we're better off letting the state do it because they work with those permits in hand. But I feel like it's probably a long process that'll be worth it if we can do it.
I agree. At least we try, if it's nothing else, we'll try.
Yeah.
And if we just have to put in a permit and wait a year, then we'll put in a permit and wait a year and see what happens.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
okay.
Fine with that.
Anybody else on the committee have any comments or questions, or Brett, Rhiannon, do you guys have anything you want to share?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Unless
I'll
you have
just
any other
echo-
concerns about the restaurant.
Do you think I would say one if there was?
No, no.
I'm scared to death of her. I'm just kidding.
I'm a sweetheart.
I know that.
You know, I noticed it's a lot of young kids down there from the North Shore playing golf down there now. I mean, a lot of fathers bringing their kids over. I mean, it's.
Yeah, we
really-
got a few more families. already.
It's really working, and I think it's gonna be fine. We just gotta get the town to pitch in a little bit, and I think we can get Tony to do some things down there, and
I think he has been. I mean, I think Tony is definitely stepping up. So,
Oh, yeah. it's
I
not
would
that-
also suggest that we're all coming from a couple of years of shock of dealing with doing things that didn't want to do, and now it's like, oh, hey, a partner.
and I also ran some of the young members in the inner club and some of the projects we like to do down there, and they're willing to. If Brett had a project to do, sign up for the day, Saturday or Sunday or something, to get down and give you a hand, And I think that's what we, get some free labor out of the boys. And we just got to get the materials down there and the equipment to do the work. But, they pick up the
Okay.
beach. They pick up the beaches in Nahant. Everybody, hustles around for them. They could spend maybe a couple days down there helping us. So we'll have to talk to the right people and help you guys out, but we'll get it done.
all right. Well, if there's nothing else, I wish everybody on the
Peter,
call.
Before
Yeah.
you go, although it's not like you're now leaving us, but appreciate your service.
Pete.
I've only been on this
Oh.
committee while you've been chairman, but it's been a pleasure and I appreciate your diligence.
And happy to do it. Happy to do it. And like I said, I will stay on as a committee member as long as I can, and I'll even attend the meetings if I can, if they're remotely as ex officio or whatever
We need you as a consultant.
there you go. You can't afford my consultant fee though, John.
We'll just make sure we got blue cheese olives for you when you come back.
Like Luke, I
Done.
appreciate it. Done a good job.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, happy Thanksgiving to all. I make a motion to adjourn at 7:06.
Second.
Have a nice
All right.
holiday.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Bye.